Deion Sanders and Bill Belichick enter recruiting showdown over rising star with Colorado ties. When Deion Sanders heard the news that NFL legend Bill Belichick was making the leap into college football, his reaction was one of warmth and optimism. "No, this is a great thing for college football and North Carolina. God bless you, Coach. If you're happy, I am too," Coach Prime wrote, welcoming the former Patriots icon to a new chapter in his storied career. But that was before the two football titans found themselves locked in a high-stakes recruiting battle, one that could define their respective programs for years to come. And this time, it's not just about mutual respect. It's about landing a generational talent with deep ties to Boulder. Meet Joseph Peko, 6'3", 310-pound, defensive lineman from Westlake Village, California, who has quickly become one of the most sought-after players in the class of 2026. With both Sanders and Belichick determined to sign him, the college football world is witnessing a rare clash of NFL royalty turned college recruiters, and the stakes couldn't be higher. A prospect with NFL bloodlines in Colorado roots. The battle for Joseph Peko isn't just about on-field performance. It's deeply personal, especially for Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes. Peko is the son of 15-year NFL veteran Domata Peko, who now serves as Colorado's defensive line coach. That's not Al Joseph's older brother. Domata Peko Jr. is already committed to Colorado as part of the class of 2026. In terms of family ties and familiarity, Boulder is home. It's no surprise, then, that the Buffs wasted little time making an offer. Just 1 week after Domata Peko Sr. officially joined Coach Prime's staff in February, the Buffs extended a scholarship to Joseph. Then came the official visit on June 16th, giving the three-star prospect a front-row seat to the NFL culture Sanders has instilled in Colorado's program. Peko's performance backs up the hype. He recorded 40 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 4 sacks, and a forced fumble in his most recent season, following a previous year with nearly identical numbers. His disruptive presence on the line caught the attention of national analysts, like Greg Biggins of 247 Sports, who projected Peko as a true nose guard at the college level, while also praising his versatility across the defensive front. Colorado's edge, family familiarity, and the NFL blueprint. Though the Buffs haven't had a standout recruiting cycle overall, landing just for recruits so far for a class that ranks no 100. Nationally, they're counting on something other than volume, personal connection, and when it comes to Joseph Peko, that connection runs deep. "My dad coaching there, my brother being committed Colorado just feels like home," Peko has said in past interviews. "It's a place I know I can trust." The Buffaloes' pitch centers around their NFL-style coaching staff, built under Sanders' leadership. It's a vision rooted in professionalism, development, and discipline, the same values that helped turn Travis Hunter and Shedder Sanders into stars. But while Deion may offer a path to the NFL, he's now facing the very man who defined what it means to thrive in that league. Bill Belichick. Belichick's surprise. Power play. Belichick's hiring at North Carolina earlier this year shocked the football world. After parting ways with the Patriots, many assumed the 6-time Super Bowl champion would retire quietly or move into front office roles. Instead, he chose to rebuild the Tar Heels program, one that hasn't won an ACC title in 45 years. And in Joseph Peko, Belichick sees a foundational piece of that rebuild. Peko, for his part, has been candid about how Belichick's presence has impacted his recruiting process. "In my process, North Carolina has definitely solidified itself as the top school," Peko admitted recently. Just being with coach Bill Belichick and the rest of the staff, just hearing their knowledge of the game and how they'll use MIT, just feels comfortable in that situation. That's a strong statement considering the distance, both geographically and emotionally, from his ties in Boulder. But when it comes to football development, Belichick still holds unmatched credibility, while Sanders can sell NFL preparation. Belichick is the NFL. Recruiting philosophy clash. Legacy versus systemness is not just a battle for a recruit, it's a battle of ideologies. On one hand, Deion Sanders represents the new school of college coaching, relationships, authenticity, culture, and branding. On the other hand, Belichick brings with him decades of mastery in strategy, systems, and success. Peko's decision, according to his own words, won't hinge on NIL deals or flashy recruiting events. Instead, he's focused on one thing: what plays the biggest factor in my recruitment is an environment that I feel most comfortable in, and a place that's going to develop me to where I want to be. That's what makes this decision so pivotal. Peko isn't looking for hype. He's looking for substance. Can Belichick navigate the college football chaos? Despite the allure of his resume, not everyone is convinced Belichick's methods will translate to college football. College football analyst Josh Pate recently delivered a reality check. One of the laziest takes out there has been, Belichick will succeed at North Carolina, and the reason is that college football is just like the NFL. Now, college football is not just like the NFL. Pate went on to explain that nil payments, recruiting dynamics, and cultural differences create a far more chaotic environment than the tightly controlled world of pro football. That's like saying my little niece in preschool art class and Van Gogh were both artists because they painted. I could say that. It's ignorant. So while Belichick's name carries weight, it may not carry enough to override familial bonds, especially when Peko's father and brother are firmly entrenched in Colorado's system. What's at stake for both programs? For Deion Sanders, winning the Joseph Peko sweepstakes would be a rare recruiting victory in a year that has seen the Buffaloes lag behind their peers. It would also send a clear message that Colorado can compete, not just with other college programs, but with the biggest name to ever step onto a collegiate sideline. For Belichick, landing Peko would mark his first marquee signing, and possibly open the floodgates for future talent interested in NFL development from the source. Either way, this recruitment is shaping up to be a turning point. The decision looms. Joseph Peko isn't expected to make his final decision until later this year, but both programs are ramping up their efforts. For now, he remains uncommitted. Colorado will continue to emphasize loyalty, development, and the comfort of family. North Carolina, under Belichick's guidance, will push hard on elite coaching, positional mastery, and a direct line to the NFL, in a way. It's fitting that two legends, one who made his name with flash and charisma, the other with stoicism and strategy, are fighting over a player who values both trust and technical growth. As the college football world waits, one thing is certain: the winner of the Joseph Peko sweepstakes won't just gain a powerful lineman, they'll gain a symbol of what modern college football has become, a battleground for the future shaped by giants of the past.